Hey y'all. Oh, my chat disappeared. Alrighty. I'm gonna give some folks some time to step in. Howdy, howdy, everyone. Oh, how was everyone's Monday? Been a Monday all day for me. One of those things, full-time job be full-time jobbing. You know, all the projects come due around the same time. So it's fun, yeah. But it'd be like that. Just, I've taken some time off this upcoming weekend. Heads up, I will not be streaming this upcoming Monday. I am taking some time off, as should everyone else if they can. So, yeah, I remembered to actually correctly for sure hit the stream button this time. I see that I am live. I've checked on my phone on my Twitch app to make sure I'm going live. So, yay, we love it. I talked to myself for a whole hour last week in an empty room, just to myself. It was glorious. And I'm gonna have some folks promise they were gonna roll in. So I'm just waiting for everybody to roll in. So I've also, if my stream looks different since the last time you were here, I have been rejiggering some things to hopefully improve upon my situation. I'm real irritated because the headphones I bought to stream with do not sound as good as my Apple headphones. Wonderful. I have purchased an actual mic. It should hopefully be coming in a couple of weeks. Thank God for eBay and things to use that are used on eBay. So today, I think I did actually, since I finished part of the line art last week, I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the line art so we can get to the color part, the fun part, right? So we are gonna start with my guy. To preface, we are continuing this redraw of this piece that I posted way back in the dinosaur days of 2007, when we were all young and fresh and the internet wasn't the hellhole it is now. I mean, that's a lie. It was a hellhole then. Now we just have algorithms. Not to sound like that guy. So, okay. We're gonna like move him over a little bit since, okay, come on out. There we go. No, there we go. So I'm gonna open a layer. We do not want a color drop right now. This one I'm going to set as a reference layer so we can use the layer above it as a reference point for coloring this. I've kind of revamped the Power Girl color palette. I've been pulling colors and making new colors. So I think for this one, I'm going to give him kind of a slightly warm pale to kind of go with the original. And let's just see how well. Oh no. I wonder if I have to unlock this layer. Let me, oh, I am referencing the wrong layer. It would help if I reference the correct layer. All right, let's try that. There we go. See, that's a little better. I'm going to, this might be a little easier too. It is the smallest it's gonna get. Okay. It's okay, we're gonna recolor some of this other stuff. Oops. Why is my color drop thing not working correctly? Might have to close out of my app for a minute. Okay, I want to close. Well, there we go. Nope, still doing it. There we go. Here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to close it and reopen it. Alright, I'm gonna zoom back into this guy. Actually, I'm gonna go a little smaller for this. Okay, and then I also need to color drop this hand as well. Hey, Emily. What's up? I know you have been insanely busy this month. You and Haley have been very busy. I think I'm gonna just leave that alone for now. I'm debating if I want to put all the color on one layer. Because then sometimes it just gets a little fun when you're trying to. It saves layer space. Oh my god. So Haley and I, we picked up a nightstand for her yesterday. And we were taking it up the stairs. And just the 10 minutes I was outside, like you see, I'm like got my sweater draped over my shoulders, my sweatshirt. It should just be illegal to sweat that much as fast as I did. Just bringing something up and down. Now, mind you, we do live up 3 flight of stairs, but still, it's like, why are you like this, June? And it's supposed to be very near 100 by this weekend. I am deeply not looking forward to that. Welcome to the South in the summertime, and we're not even in the dog days of summer yet. We're getting there. Oh my god, yeah. It is rough in these streets. It really is. There was a guy who was like, oh yeah, I just moved down from Wisconsin to like get out of the snow. And I'm like, sir, you decided to try to move the worst time of the year. Now you're here for the hot and hurricane season. You might want to go back to your -40. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go back to -40. I'm like a little frog most of the time, just cold-blooded. Would not want to do that, but he does. Oh no. Twitch just be playing us for fools. For real, Hannah. I swear. Last week thought I was live. Just talking to myself. And then it's like, psych, you're not. Cool. I made sure to put my like stats in my OBS so I can see it happening. I'm also trying to kind of figure out why my stuff's lagging a little bit. Part of it is that I am running a computer that's almost 10 years old at this point, and most of these programs just aren't made for Mac stuff. So, not to sound like that kid, but until PCs can run art programs like a stupid Apple product can, I'm stuck here. I used a PC for my previous job, and it was not fun or great. Yeah, for real, OBS. I feel that, yes. Correct. So, yeah. Just hate everyone. We hate PC, we hate Mac. It's just a bad time over here. Just let me vibe. Let me do my thing. Okay, and I need this again. Oops, wrong thing. Here we go. Gonna color in these spots. But apparently, just talking about OBS, apparently it is less resource intensive than Streamlabs. So I guess until I just purchase a better computer, which we've already extensively talked about, Emily, I'm just gonna have to make do with what I got. Just be out here struggling. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna do his eyeballs now because that makes me, that might be a little too, like, nuclear. I feel like this is gonna be too pale. Now. So one thing about greens, you have to be so careful. Still feels pretty hypersaturated, which, I mean, I enjoy hypersaturated colors. And I'm sure once I start putting other hypersaturated colors beside it, it won't feel so insane. But let's see here. I go back to this one because I do want a little bit darker. I guess I could desaturate it a bit. Let's see. So I want to go back a little. That might be too. Let's just try this. I like it better, but I don't think that's quite the right green either. Oh, the joys of les artistes. Nicity is like, something's not quite right about this color, and I don't know why. Color theory. It's kind of insane. I do wish in college I had actually taken Ben's color theory class. But you pretty much have to pay full price to actually, even if you audit the class itself, you have to pay pretty much full price for it. Megan has told me that I could audit classes at UM for like $300. Can't say that I haven't thought about it. I just don't live as close to that side of town as I used to. So it is what it is, I guess. I mean, there's all these online classes and stuff. It is just nice, like, going into a studio setting and, like, this is what I am dedicating this time for. This is, like, a different space. So you're, like, in a different headspace and you're just doing this, like, one thing for like 3 hours. I do miss that part. Do not miss the stress of college at all. Never again. Not unless somebody pays me like good money to go back. You know, I might not go pure white because I don't want to quite go pure white. But I definitely think the whites of his eyes need to be a little bit whiter. Okay, let me go. I'm also using a brush that might not necessarily. I might try the one that I was using earlier because it is definitely more opaque. And then use that really nice shell shader when we go into the rendering. Let's see here. Oh, and I also have a new playlist for everyone to listen to today. Yay! Okay, so we're going to pull this white and I'm going to make his collar. That white. And now, don't want to go too dark for his sweater, but I'm gonna try. It's like purple first. I feel like that might be too close to the line art. Not right either. I'm gonna go, let's try it straight. I kind of like that. we're gonna stick with it for right now. Do love my threshold. All right, we are done. We're gonna color in these little bits. Oh, no music again. Ugh, one of these days I'm gonna get it right, Hannah. I have it turned down pretty low because I'm such a quiet talker myself. I can double check those settings while we're... Let's see. But I guess if you can't hear any music, I can't also be hit with any DMCA stuff. We don't get any copyright infringement marks on our thing. Hey, Karen. You are all good. I'm more just complaining about PCs and Macs and OBS and having a computer that's 10 years old, and it's probably why I'm having the problems that I'm having. It'd be like that. I guess I'm gonna have to make the colors another, the buildings another color. Let's see here. What color do I want to make his shoes? Interesting. I can still hear it. It is playing currently. Yeah. It could also be dropping too many frames as well. Oh, that makes me think, because my sugar is not doing so hot at the moment because Haley and I also ate watermelon. We bought a watermelon yesterday, and she cut off like a quarter for both of us. Yeah, truly, you are correct. You are correct. National Human Swamp Month, and we're like not even in the hot part yet. I don't know if it's as hot as last June, but I do feel like it's giving it a run for its money. TBH. Because last June was hot. You don't like watermelon, Emily? Oh my god. We were like, well, I was at least hunched over our sink. Just like a feral animal eating this watermelon. I was joking with Haley, she needs to do like an OnlyFans mukbang of her eating like mango and watermelon. I am not a cantaloupe person. I don't mind honeydew because it tastes more like actual watermelon. But you gotta get a good 4th of July watermelon. I swear by the 4th of July ones. We're not quite there, so the one that we had was kind of like not super great. It's also, if you can get one from like a shady looking man on the side of the road, that's probably a better way to consume and enjoy a watermelon. But that's just like creepy roadside fruit stands is probably the best experience. Yeah, that's like just getting like food out of the back of the truck from somebody. Done that with seafood too. You usually go running when you see that like one guy on the side of the road. You know he brings the good quality goods. That you are gonna have a great time. Just, oh, now I want seafood. Too broke. Need to eat some more crawfish. Because Haley and I, yes, roadside boiled peanuts. There's like no other way. If it is not from a shady place, you just do not want their boiled peanuts. Like, creepy gas station in the middle of nowhere. Hell yeah. Straight from the ditch. You are correct. Only way to eat them correctly. Only way. Now I'm hungry again. Thanks, guys. I'm the one who mentioned watermelon. It's my fault. Yeah, just eat it with your face. Eat it with your face. The best way to do it. Let's see here. You know what? I think I'm gonna move away from him for a moment and do some colors on the background. I think that will better inform. We're gonna let this one be the reference layer now. There can only be one reference layer. I think these, no. Oh, that's right, because I do not have it closed at the bottom. Oh no. Big sad. I forgot about that. Okay. I'm gonna go. So now we gotta go do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, I forgot that the box is under everything. I already see a pearl. No. No, well, I guess I won't really. This is what I get for not erasing everything. Love doing all this the old-fashioned way where we... No, I hate when it does that. Displeased. Thank you, ma'am. It is feeling much better than the 2007 piece of art. I can just effectively, emphatically say that it is better than the 2007. So, you know what? Growth, I'll take it. That's why I did the little 07 2023. Thought that'd be like a little fun little treat there. You don't. I probably need to change some of my. All right, let's see if this works correctly this time. No! Where do I not have it closed? These are dark days. Actually, I'm gonna turn him off as well. Let me actually, because I probably have the same as a reference layer. Have you ever seen a redraw on Insta and been like, oof, the old one was better? I probably have, or it's like, I just feel like I just don't like your new change in style. Just don't like it. It doesn't feel right to me. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just like, sometimes change is not for the better. Damn it all. I have a... Do I have all the Yes, my reference layers are turned off. Y'all get to see me have a breakdown in real time. Isn't it great? Think I just found it. It's the one thing about using this like brush with like a little texture is it makes... There we go. Ah, oh, beautiful. Wonderful. Lovely and amazing. Yeah. there's sometimes some people, I feel like they do just regress, like something. Maybe we're just all, you just get tired of drawing sometimes. Or sometimes you just get in a rut and nothing feels or looks right. It is just real struggle hours out here. Because I have also been just feeling stagnant in my style. Whatever that means. So honestly, Emily, just interesting that you mentioned bad habits, because I mean, I've told you this, I didn't have any formal art classes before I got to college. So I was entirely self-taught, and I was super terrified that I was going to get into the class and the teachers were going to be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing this? Like, that's such a horrible habit for you to have. Like, I was so concerned that I had these like really bad habits and stuff that they were just gonna be like, we'll never be able to break you. And then I got to college and I was like, oh, okay, I just overreacted a little bit. Per usual. Hope for the best. Prepare for the apocalypse. It me. Okay, let's see here. Making sure we have our lines closed. No weird little openings. Like, I'm probably Capricorn energy. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's more the like nervous Virgo rising energy that maybe, you know, Capricorn me, she's boss. And then you have Virgo rising who's just like anxious because how will I ever find love if I can't get my shit together? Which that may be big Cap energy too. Just got cursed with the big three. Earth. And Taurus moon just has me like hungry with expensive habits. It'd just be like that. Just out here blaming all my bad habits and weird quirks on planetary alignments, you know? That's big white girl energy, right? And I am that very, very, very pale white girl. Oh, I have things I need to clean up on the line art. I will worry about that in a minute. Speaking of hella white girl stuff, do we all have our Barbie outfits for the Barbie movie? I actually caught a really good sale on ThreadUp the other day. Got like 6 pieces of clothing for like $30, and $10 of that was like shipping. It was pretty okay. I got a pretty cute little dress. And some skirts, some nice skirts like I need. Yeah, dirt cheap and ThreadUp are where it's at, dude. Depop's really good for more like ThreadUp's really good for your like basics. So I've gotten quite a few pieces like basics. And then Depop's more for like very particular sort of, I'm gonna say like alt fashion items. Shout out to Karen for reminding me that Depop existed. So I've been able to get a few things off of there too. I just be trying, I had to be careful with that stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, it's only $10, and then I $10 myself out, you know? It's just how it is. There we go. Okay, we're like halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. And I'm gonna be trying my best not to like sing the whole song now. Make it, I swear. But will we? Will we make it Bon Jovi? That remains to be seen in this economy for sure. I forget how like non-excited lizard on a chair. Now my brain is, I'm gonna wake myself up tonight being like, lizard on a chair. Thanks, Karen. Okay. I've forgotten how boring doing this part is. You're like, oh yeah, you're just gonna watch me do like 20 of these rails. We're just doing the same thing over and over again. I feel like you're the one who mentioned or reminded me that Depop existed, Karen. I swear. I think is it Debop or Depop? You know what? I have a phone. I can look this up on the internet. We have the power. Yeah. Yes, I need to purchase some more items. Maybe it'd just be real full bladder hours out here. Now that I have to drink so much water, it's like I can't be in anybody's business. I'm too busy peeing most of the time. Really just be missing out on so much. Because I just gotta be close to the potty, like at all times now. Yep. Okay. Maybe I'll do something else that's slightly more interesting to me at the moment. Probably need to do the sky first. I will probably do it below the... Okay. Since we're having to do this the kind of the hard way. Edit the line. Yeah, I guess I can extend it out here. For real, it really does keep us humble, Emily. Okay, brushes that I'm using. I have an addiction to purchasing brushes off of like Creative Market and Design Cuts. So this is a set I bought off of Creative Market, and it is like a manga inks. There's like a whole set of like manga tones. So I'm gonna be using these. I love using like halftone brushes and stuff. So, and it's got a bunch of like tiny squares. It's got shoujo sparkles. And it also has some like print air, so you can kind of like pull, you can like use it as, I like to use it as like erasers, and you get some like really cool, interesting kind of like texture. Makes it feel a little more distressed. I'm just trying to add some texture back to my work. Trying to figure out something to give me the serotonin. I don't know what it is. But I have been in a a style rut, so I've been willing to try anything. But yes, this particular brush I'm using is a Sigma 1 and 2, and it does have a really nice, it does have a good like stabilizer in it. And so like this M1's kind of this more kind of pixelated, like scruffier. And then this M2 is a little smoother and just look a little bit cleaner. So it comes with all these like acrylic marker brushes, chisel points. I'm really looking forward to, I've also been using the Cell shader, because that's how I just be shading. Anna, you gotta get with the times. You gotta jump on the Procreate train, okay? It's just, now that I'm like purchased the iPad, you know, it's the, I wanted to buy Copic markers to digital artist pipeline is super real. And it's like, oh yeah, I could have bought these expensive markers, or I could buy this really expensive iPad. However, I can use the iPad for various things. I even bought like a little keyboard, and I'll just kind of like make notes and write and stuff when I'm like just needing something to do. Speaking of style, who is y'all's favorite artist stylistically? Do you have a number one? That's a great question. I can't really say that I have just like a favorite artist. Yes, Become One of Us. Become One of Us, Hannah. But let's see. I guess I can look back a lot to, I mean, of course, like I draw on anime because I love like anime style, mainly because I love usually how graphic everything is. Things have a tendency to be more colorful. I enjoy the abstraction of anime and the exaggeration you can get. Because like, yes, we were taught to be able to see things, you know, draw things as you see them, trying to draw more realistically and stuff like that. And I respect people who can do that really well. But this is how I like to do it. That's all I really got to say about that. But it is always really interesting now that I've had a more formal art education, that things that I definitely did not like previously, I can at least appreciate now. There's a lot of like super abstract stuff that just like doesn't necessarily like vibe with me as a person, but I can appreciate the thought and the, because then like in that way you're usually kind of having to work a little more intuitively to do abstract work sometimes. And that's kind of interesting. And there's some people who there's a lot of like meaning to their work, and so it's always just kind of interesting to learn about that. I actually got to go to the MoMA during Memorial Day weekend, and it was really interesting. And you know, it's just like, oh god, I like saw this piece in my art history textbook. It's pretty damn cool. I will say like Picasso as a person sucks. I'm not a big fan of his like cubist work, just because I'm just not a fan of the style. But when I went to Spain, I got to see the Guernica, which is, it's enormous, and his paintings are pretty big. But I got to see Guernica, and there is like a room dedicated to the preparatory work. So all his sketches, all his thumbnails, like his writing about like what he's doing. So like every part of that painting is planned. And so, you know what? Mad respect for that. Yeah, it was really cool. And I had to do like an art piece slash like I had to write a paper about it for my honors courses. But I made like a little art book for it. Oh, hey, Kevin. I'll have to look up those artists. What are they? What have they done? Oh, I guess another artist. Hellboy. I can't pronounce his last name really well. But the guy who wrote Hellboy. I love his art. I think it's amazing. It's incredible. I love his use of color. I could talk about it all day. I won't talk about one of my hyperfixations. I'll move on from it. I will continue drawing. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. All right. Just keep on going here. Keep on keeping on. Ah, Yu-Gi-Oh guy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had a lot of Shonen Jump back in the day, and honestly, it's like ridiculous how detailed that stuff is. So yeah, he's a fantastic artist. I think the guy who does Death Note has a really good range because he also did the art for Hikaru no Go, which is just like it's a shonen about the game Go. No, we don't have time for me to hyperfixate, Karen. We really don't. Poor Hannah has already had to hear me talk about. I could absolutely write a dissertation about Hellboy, and I'd probably have a good ass time doing it too. I mean, my honors thesis, of course, had to reflect. I was like, I'm double dipping on this graphic design stuff, right? But I mean, I had to like write, it was like an 80-page paper. And it was about, so I did kind of like, I mean, I know you guys know, like I did the art of, and I like drew characters and like designed a book. And so like I talked about like color symbolism, and I got to like read comics and formally analyze those as part of my thesis. So that was pretty cool. I'm glad I got to do that. I don't know if we want Issa to come to life. She is a little chaos gremlin. I'll maybe write the story one day. I'm actively sitting on 100+ page fanfic, DMC fanfic that I like never posted anywhere. And there's like 3 people on this. No, 4. There's 4 of y'all who've like read any of it. And I will actually draw my character Alex from that story, because I mean I actually had plenty of drawings of her. I don't think most of which I ever really posted, but there were a couple of like 1 or 2 pieces that I actually posted online. There's a couple of like random OC characters that I had. Oh god, I think I would melt into the earth if I read any of that fanfic out. I am comfortable enough sending you the document. It starts getting weird about page 85, where I just like kind of lost the stream, lost the train of thought, and then I just like life happened and I never returned back to it. I guess if enough of y'all bully me, I might have to eventually finish it and post it somewhere. But don't give your hopes up. But I did. It was a great time. I enjoyed it so much. DMC5 is one of my favorite games. Devil May Cry is another one of my hyperfixations that I don't need to talk about for too long, because we'll be here for a while and ain't nobody got time for that right now. Oh my god. I will probably just have to put like a bottle of whiskey in here with me if I did that. I think then also I'd be reading that and be like, oh, that's such a bad sentence. Why did I write it that way? But I enjoyed it. Some of you guys have enjoyed parts of it. Does it ever need to see the light of day? That is up for debate. Oh, here's one of these. Let me see if that fixes it. Oh, it did. Ha ha! I love it when that happens. Karen, you got to read the original version. Which was much worse. Yes, Karen got to know me so well when I sent her the link to the original fanfiction that I wrote. Way back in this, like when it was in 2007 to like 2009, 2010, when I was like kind of actively, oh my god, get out Adbot. So funny. Yeah, I was that kid. I was that cringy kid, which, I mean, most of you guys already know that anyway. Y'all know me too well. I'm so sorry. Where's reported banned block? Me actively, oh my gosh. I think that I feel my brain lag trying to read the way you just spelled ignoring. My brain's like, what? What's going on? Open layers. He's the reference. Okay. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Oh no. Ah. This is what I get for. I do want to keep this as a reference layer. This is what I get for using a brush with texture. Because now I have to find all my little guys. Okay, we're gonna lock him again. Let's try this again. There we go. No, we don't want that. Is it? It's another one. Ignoring my Vinland Saga OC. That's pretty good. Anime wow noise. Ekir, why do you have a crown? Who's Twitch? You be supporting, girl. Prime Gaming subscription. Okay. I do forget that Twitch is technically owned by Amazon. Alright, actually, you know what? I'm going to make sure that this one... I think this one's okay. Wait. Ugh. Watching me have an active come apart. Am I just better than everyone? Oh my god. Nice. But obviously with the crown, Twitch wants everyone to know that you are indeed better than we are. We're a bunch of pavas. No! Wait, just make sure. Correct layer. Clouds is the reference layer. Why you like this? Look, let's see maybe if this is like giving it some trouble. Because sometimes even the like 1 pixel. Thank you. I think it's just because I might be ADHD. But right now I feel like you guys are more actively just watching me have a mental breakdown, trying to figure out why this one thing will not correctly. And that one also has... Okay, we're gonna unlock this guy again, because here's one right here. Where is the hole? That's what he said? Question mark. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Nope, that wasn't it either. Christ Jesus on a crutch. Yeah. Maybe is it... Just might do this the old-fashioned way. Guess I could do it a bigger brush. Ah, that's nice. Maybe too big. But what you were saying, it could be, Hannah. At this point, I would probably just be better served to just kind of fill it in this way. Like when you're like, I could look for a reference, spends 300 hours looking for the reference instead of like actually doing the thing. I need this one font. I need this one brush. Maybe it could be the threshold. I didn't even think about that, Karen. But we are almost done with this at this point. This is what I get for trying to be fancy sometimes. Like, oh, look at me, I can use reference layers. My line art's completely closed. I'm like, you plebeians. Nope. No. Cause see, even though my threshold, it's very strange. I don't know what's up with that. Guess maybe I can do this nice big brush. Big brush time. The joys of being a digital artist. Hannah doesn't have to worry about this when she's using microns. Which I need to do more traditional art. I was like low-key getting back into it for a bit. I'm actually going to, let's see, we're going to, I might just, there we go. Just makes me feel a little bit better about life. Oh, nice. I found my Prismacolors. That was like my primary traditional media of choice. I was too broke to buy Copic markers. But was, I guess, not too broke to buy Prismacolors. And then I, got into college and I was like, well, maybe I can just like afford a slightly bigger set. Never did get the like 150. Let me see if it will let me. Yay! So I like that so far. Because I do need to move this. It's probably the next. Leave that there for now, but I'm also going to color in these suns. Yes, I was, hey Kyle. But yeah, I still have my Prisma, and I was like, yeah, I can't buy Copics, but I'm gonna buy Posca markers. I did buy some like El Cheapo acrylic paint markers. That was like the Hobby Lobby or Michael's brand. That'll probably be like something, I feel like I'll have to have a slightly different setup to attempt to film doing traditional art. I did buy myself a new toy to do something like that, but we'll just do one thing at a time. I'm trying to figure this out first, and then that's like later pages problem. Okay, I wonder if it will. Okay, I'm going to set this as a reference. See if it will. Okay, yay! I love it when it actually works correctly. And then I think I'm going to, I know the original, and I will pull that up for reference for y'all. It's this guy. So I had like bright pink. Oh my god, why are you guys like... Y'all are killing me. Who's gonna buy me a bottle of whiskey for me to, oh god, to read these things out loud to you guys? Do I need to like wear a turtleneck? Make myself an old-fashioned? Like, ugh. Crying now. Crying on the inside. I should have never said anything. I know, I should know better by now. Genuinely. Okay. Yay! We're gonna try this pink first. It feels a little less. Because, like, looking at this guy, clearly did not understand anything about color in any capacity, really. Just want disregard. We know a little better now. We can do more harmonious color palettes and such. So these guys, you know, I might do this one as a... So, kind of do opposite, and I'm so sorry. I know I'm like... But yeah, I just feel like a bunch of these, that's so, I get it why we have to have like two-factor authentication and stuff like that. Is to like prevent people from hacking you. Let me see. Oh no, I guess it's... And I guess I wonder if some of this is like the opacity. You guys see it like very lightly in the corner there. I wonder if that's part of it. We're gonna... Because these brushes do have some like opacity, and I probably could play with that in the settings. We just have to remember how to do that. TBH. Nope. You just really wanna make me work for this today. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here pretty soon. I am debating continuing. But yeah, I swear, like what I was saying, sorry, got distracted. What was I saying about the two-factor authentication is like, I swear it's like, you know, what's your like true name? And we also need a sacrifice of your like firstborn child, you know, to properly authenticate that it's you. And just, It sucks. It sucks, dog. There we go. Yes, you were correct, Karen. There are some issues with the threshold. Let me see. Okay. Not terrible, but not great. It's pretty fun. I like that so far. But yeah, I might at least just get the background finished, like get the color set up, and then next stream I might go ahead and start, you know, finishing up the guys. Because I'll have to kind of, I feel like I'll have to kind of play with some of the saturation and stuff like that, make him feel heavier, weightier, you know, just art things. So, yeah. I will, remember next week I will be off because I'm going to take off from my big girl job and everything else too. And then starting, that will be the 10th, July the 10th will be the next stream. And I will start streaming to 9 for July. So I was like, okay, we can do an hour pretty easy. So let's like bump it up a little bit and let's try doing it for an hour and a half. So that'll give you guys a little extra time to come in and everything else. So yeah. Love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your night. Oh no.